What's up, everyone? We're back with another reaction video.
Woo woo! Today we are doing, everyone already knows, U.S. Capitol was basically bombarded. People stormed the Capitol. Capitol is currently on lockdown because the protesters threatened security. Supposedly there had already been shots fired. They're shooting. The protesters are not peaceful right now. Before we get into this video, make sure you
smash the like button down below. Subscribe to Rand Nation.
Let's go.
Alright, not that hard.
Continue to make their way up to the Capitol in this protest. Brett Baer, I believe you're still there. It is interesting that what the gentleman from Tampa just told Griff Jenkins. He came to the Capitol because the president said something big was going to happen, and they're just finding out that Mike Pence is going to certify the electoral results, and I'm sure that would be a big disappointment.
Did he might die?
No.
Okay.
Disappointment to a lot of people that came for this rally.
Yeah, we should say that, you know, as we're saying it's peaceful, we're seeing the images on the outside. We are having a couple of reports of people being injured in this breach of the security, and that there may be a Capitol Hill police officer. We're getting confirmation of that. But protesters, Dana, have made their way inside the Capitol, and you're seeing the police presence increase on the outside. But there are people inside the actual Capitol building, just outside the Senate chamber, and both.
Actually, there's a picture on Instagram. Someone is literally sitting at the head. It's like the president of the Senate's chair or whatever, like the top person. He's the only person sitting, and then there's everyone lower. There's literally a protester just chilling in his seat.
Oh, no.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Both the House and Senate have now adjourned or paused this entire process because of the security concerns. U.S. Capitol Police is inside the chamber, and the lawmakers are told to shelter in place. They're now setting up a perimeter, we're told, around the Capitol. But you see the steps there on the top. There are all those folks in there. There are people who have made their way into the building itself.
That's crazy.
Now, in this environment, Chad can tell you, it is usually very, very secure and intensely secure. You have to question where all that security is, but
some people said that they did it on purpose to open it.
Yeah, to stop the vote. Also, they're mad because Georgia won.
Oh, Georgia won,
The Democratic Party won, so Joe Biden will have, Democrats have majority.
And there was like people chilling in the office. I was like, bro, if that was the vice versa, BLM, then that would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. Man.
protesters have gone through on both sides of the Capitol.
That's crazy.
Into
Y'all
the Capitol
crazy
itself,
people.
and that's a good shot of the steps.
The world
on
is
the
crazy.
side.
To echo Martha's observation, this is remarkable. These images have not been seen in my lifetime, that's for sure. Chad Pergram has an update for us now. Chad, what's new?
Well, as Brett alluded to, and we just got notification here from the Capitol Police that there is a threat inside. You know, I could watch the House floor and I could see some of the floor staff running. You just don't see that inside the House chamber, indicating that there was a concern about the threat inside the building. The House and Senate both within a couple of moments.
That might have been the shots fired.
There were shots fired inside?
Shots have already been fired, either inside or outside on the... That's what I'm saying, it's not a peaceful protest.
Hell no, not peaceful, bro.
Yeah. It's not a peaceful protest.
Months ago, recess subject to the call of the chair. So they have, suspended the joint session, and then the independent separate sessions where they debate the electoral slate of votes from Arizona have been suspended as well. They would only do this in the most extreme of circumstances. We've had some instances here on Capitol Hill before a couple of years ago when the president...
How do they get... I'm not trying to sound dumb or nothing. How do they get the flags? Amazon?
They buy them.
They have them in stores you can buy.
Not in stores, but you just buy them off of, yeah, you can buy them online.
Amazon?
Probably.
Oh. Well, I've never seen no Biden flags.
I
saw Obama ones.
We didn't have flags with Obama. We had little mini flags and signs, but we didn't have, like, those. Someone made those and sold them.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
here. There was an interloper who got into the building, was using an inappropriate pass, had come in through the Rayburn House office building inside, got into the Capitol through the underground tunnels, and was there with the press corps when the President of the United States was here. There was another person back when they were building the Capitol Visitor Center in 2006 who crashed their car into the construction area and ran up the steps and ran into the Capitol. I should note now that the House of Representatives has just come back into session. Jim McGovern, Democrat from Massachusetts, is presiding, and they will resume with the Electoral Count Act here, or the certification of the Electoral College and the dispute over Arizona. What I was going to say earlier, and this is what is so remarkable about what's going on outside. During the inauguration of President Obama, there was one fellow who got in kind of past where he needed to be and climbed up a tree and was there and yelling during the entire inauguration ceremony. And they continued. The U.S. Capitol Police made a decision it was going to cause more of a disruption to get him out of that tree, whether or not to leave them up there. So sometimes they do give people a little bit of deference, but what you had here is people surging up from the mall side of the Capitol, getting right close to the building. Really, since 9/11, they have had that perimeter around the west front of the Capitol closed off for years now. You just can't get that close to the Capitol. Certainly during some protests a few years ago, you had some people.
That's wild.
They can get that close. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they was definitely in on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Will come in and do a little bit of graffiti on the building, but that was pretty minor. This is something different. You know, back in March, you had a fellow on the House side who scaled the side of the building, got up onto a balcony. This is on the House side, not far from the House chamber and where a statuary hall is, kind of the area
They
between
definitely
the old
planned
House
that.
chamber.
I think so too.
Because there's no way to just storm. You have to, well, one, they probably thought it was just going to be normal, so they were clearly understaffed police-wise. So if there would have been this many police, they would not have been able to storm at all. So they were low on police for
and
sure,
actually broke a
and
window.
like security.
He never actually got into the building, but was on this exterior balcony, kind of went up the wall like Spider-Man. So, you know, to have, you know, it's one thing to have one person do that. It's another thing to have another surge of people do this as well. You know, and I was asking Capitol security officials for days whether or not they were concerned about things here, and the thing that kept coming back to me was the issue of a lone wolf. They really didn't seem to be too concerned about the overall.
You know what? That makes me think that Trump wanted something to happen because of the fact that, like, he was like, hey, everyone, go to the Capitol. Of course, all his followers went to the Capitol. And now that I'm hearing this, they weren't prepared at all.
No.
They didn't think there were any threats. They didn't have anything. So that's why they stormed it, because they did not think there was any threats, nothing. So
yeah, it was kind of quiet. Like, I didn't.
Yeah, that's why they're so low.
That's why I was shocked on when I seen that on social media. I was like, what the heck?
They usually like are armed guards. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
You know, size of crowds. They deal with crowds here on a regular basis, but if you have someone who has gotten into the building, or if there is a threat inside the building, maybe there's a device or something like that. You know, back in the 1980s, there was a bomb which exploded just outside the Senate chamber. No one was injured. It was late at night. So they have had those instances here at the Capitol, Dan.
That's crazy.
All right,
People
Chad,
are
thank you so much.
storming. They stormed the Capitol. Like, what? That's crazy.
Dang.
Hopefully no one really got hurt and that it remained or went back to being a peaceful protest. We don't know because it's still currently
So
going
when does
on.
Biden go into office? Like, go in the White House?
I have no clue. After he gets inaugurated.
I hope everything's good with that goes. People are crazy.
Hold on. When is inauguration day? Inauguration day is January 20th.
That's when he goes in?
Or that's when he gets sworn in. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, security guard, huh? I wouldn't go. I don't know.
I don't want to do that. That's too much. But comment down below. Let us know what you think about this craziness.
Crazy time. Damn, they bringing 2020 vibes in.
I know, right? I was just about to say.
It's a new year.
Hopefully, let's say 2021. And we're out.